it is. Because First Amendment auditing, cop watching, can easily be looped and grouped into an arm of Antifa. I mean, JD's literally blaming the fucking police chief of being embedded with the Antifa. You think your First Amendment shit's safe, bro? The federal government is after you. I'm telling you right now, they don't want you recording shit. And frankly, they're using people like JD as mouthpieces to spread this fucking... What are you even talking about, homie? You First Amendment auditors, you're going to be looped into this Antifa shit. I'm telling you right the fuck now, they're going to classify you that. You're going to go into a federal database. Your rights are... As soon as you get classified as a domestic terrorist, they don't have to do all the shit that they normally have to do. They get to skip a lot of shit with you. That's why they're doing this. You know, when things go federal, they have a lot more fucking leeway to do whatever they want. Why do you think they were trying to label me as an undocumented Aryan brother from the Arizona prison system? Because the moment they could fucking do that, they're labeling me as a domestic terrorist, and then the federal government can use whatever resources they want to fucking spy on me and watch me and do whatever they want to me. This is dangerous as fuck right here. Don't play into the feds, dude. This shit's scary as fuck. You have a big mouth, JD. You need to, like, be mindful of what you're promoting and you're paying attention to here. It's not good. It's not good, bro.
To the people that are out there doing the same thing I went out there and did. You know, I was talking with somebody and I was like, man, all the homies is there. Why am I not there? And what was brought up to me is, well, you know, they really don't like all the attention on the Epstein shit, and you've been going pretty hard on the Epstein shit. And I was like, yeah, no, that...
This is how they begin to control you. JD, I hope you watch this stream, bro. I really hope you watch this stream. This is how they control the narrative. It's not with a $10,000 paycheck. It's not with like you can now do some stuff you couldn't do before. This is how they start to control you right here. You weren't invited because you're talking about Epstein. So now you're probably not going to talk about him anymore because you want to be invited. It's access. It's prestige. You're being manipulated, homie. I mean, you literally just told me that's how it starts right there. They got in there, your friends are in the federal building because they agreed not to talk about certain things. This is how that works. You're not all the way in yet, so I'm trying to help you here, bro. I mean, I've been doing this shit for a hot second with these kind of people. They're trying to control you. They're trying to control you. This is how it works.
Yeah, that might make sense. That might be a problem. But, you know, I'm still going to do what...
That might be a problem. It's not a problem. We need to talk about Epstein.
I got to do. I'm going to stay morally consistent, and I'm going to call out any type of corruption where I see it on any side, because the American people deserve better than that.
And we deserve...
Good. Fuck yeah. I hope you stay true to that, because they are trying to manipulate you. And calling out corruption would be calling the president out for trying to criminalize people exercising their First Amendment, JD. That's important. That's important. That's corruption.
Serve a country where you are protected as equally as they are. We, this FBI, will go after the criminals with a vengeance. We will not rest until we find every single seed, money, donor, organization, and funding mechanism that we have. And I want to echo the Secretary's comments on Cal Besson, who's allowing us to map out these networks through their financial criminal activities, which has been going on for decades. And I would like to remind the American public, they built this disease temple of corruption over decades. And in 8 short months, Mr. President, you have crippled their foundation because of your leadership here, because of the interagency, because of people like Deputy Attorney General Blanche, and because of Attorney General Pam Bondi's fearless leadership to go after criminals wherever they are. They will not be able to hide. They were able to hide and conspire with prior administrations, and we are exposing their corruption from within. and we will go to every single city in this country under Operation Summer Heat and the other operations we are doing at the FBI to bring these criminals to justice. We will arrest every single one of them from whatever perch you sit in, private or public, no matter how your goal or your ambition is. It will be crushed by the Constitution because the American people deserve law and order, and that's what we're going to give you.
Thank you very much, Cash. Great job.
They talk out both sides of their neck. We're going to crush you with the Constitution while the president is sitting next to me trying to criminalize people exercising constitutional rights. Do you see the hypocrisy flying around in this room? This is disappointing. This is very disappointing. And you folks that are watching this, I mean, you have a responsibility too. When you see videos that are being posted, you see people that are inaccurately saying things, you need to call it out. Somebody cheering on the flag being burned, you need to leave a comment at the minimum and be like, that's the First Amendment. Are you anti-American? Why are you trying to criminalize the First Amendment? You can say all the I'm a patriot bullshit you want until you're blue in the face, but your actions speak way louder than any words you could ever say to me, okay? When you're cheering on, criminalizing First Amendment protected activity, you either fundamentally don't understand our freedoms as American or you're lying.
Maybe we'll start over here. Would any of you like to say something? Feel free to say it in front of a fine group of people. Also journalists and reporters. If you want to start? Go ahead.
Absolutely. President Trump, members of the cabinet, really.
For those of you who don't know, this is Nick Sortor. He is an independent journalist who was arrested for being assaulted by Antifa in Portland, Oregon the other night. Instead of the cops going and arresting the multiple people who assaulted him, one of which was a transgender Antifa person in a mask,
A Decepticon, basically.
who assaulted him, threw a punch at him, and then multiple others jumped in. They arrested Nick and charged him. And then they ended up having to drop the charges. 2 more mods have jumped in. We have Sarah Beamer, our sister, and Doc, who is not only a mod, but he is now our editor. So, big love to them. Let's hear what Nick has to say.
Appreciate you guys bringing this together, and the fact that we are here today and on such short notice shows how serious you guys are taking this issue of trans terrorists and frankly, the cities and police departments that are cooperating with Antifa, such as Portland. I mean, the Portland politicians are literally willing to sacrifice their own citizens just to appease these Antifa terrorists. It's sickening. I've seen it firsthand, obviously. When I went to jail that night, never expected it to happen. I thought that they were maybe removing me for my own safety. It never crossed my mind that I was the one that was being arrested for a crime after I was just thrown into a hole. I heard from the Department of Homeland Security after I got out of jail, and one of your, I won't say exactly who it was, but somebody very close to Secretary Noem over here, said that they were legitimately worried for my safety in the Portland jail. But luckily the Portland jail was, I was the only one there, essentially, because they don't actually arrest people in Portland, besides conservative journalists, I guess. So,
Worried for your safety in the jail? Bro, what are you even talking about? This is some fucking wet napkin shit if I ever heard it.
Advertise on streaming TV across Disney Plus.